Yay, we're in. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Woo!
That was fun.
Oh, goodness. Yes. Let's see.
I just posted it on Facebook just to let everybody know real quick. Hey,
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. Haven't been in this meeting in a while. Good to see your faces.
yeah, it's good to see you.
Well, the boxes are popping up. Good. Yeah, thanks, ladies. Sorry, had a little technical difficulty. What's a Monday without technical difficulty, right?
Absolutely. Rochelle's getting on. She was on, and I told her just to sit tight for a minute. So.
Hello, hello.
There she is.
Hello. Hey, Rochelle. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Elizabeth. Stacy.
Rochelle is in the house.
Deborah, you look different.
Right?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
Hi, everyone.
Rachel. Ladies.
So, Rachel, I'm going to give you co-host.
Okay, it's Rochelle, but that's okay.
Oh, yes. I don't know why this time I said Rachel.
That's all right. I get it all day long.
Sorry.
That's
All
okay.
right, everyone's in. Cool. Let me share my screen. Get us going here. Ladies, how's your Monday going?
Better now.
Yay. I know I need this energy fed from you ladies. All right. Wish I had some music going, but you know, when you have technical difficulties, you got to take what you can get.
Yeah, good thing we have a picture.
Right. Woo. So yeah, I'm actually in the midst of one of the 8 of my short-term rentals I'm setting up right now, and I have the guy hanging TVs and the other guy putting in the security system and a contractor signing off on occupancy. So it's a day. So happy. It's a big day, but I'm so happy to be here with you ladies for our WREN Power Hour. Give me some power and give all of us some power and motivation for the day. I think most of us have been here before, but if this is your first Power Hour, welcome. This is our chance to highlight one of our members, Rockstar. We get to hear from Rochelle today and hear a case study of what she has been achieving and just really how successful and kick butt she's been. But disclaimer, just as always do your own due diligence and, oh, my slide is moving forward. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are.
I'm gonna take grandma to the doctor right now.
When you are, oh, and ladies, if you could put your phones on mute, that would be awesome. Courtney, I think I made you a co-host, so you can help with that if you'd like. And then, yeah. So, WREN, if this is your first time, WREN is amazing. Women's Real Estate Network. So, I love WREN. I joined WREN. I'm in San Diego area. Angela Silman, sorry, didn't introduce myself. I joined WREN about a year ago, and I joined because I wanted to be around a community of like-minded women who were all pursuing some type of real estate goals towards their financial freedom. And I know we've all heard the saying, your net worth is equal to your net work. Did I say that correctly or vice versa? Anyways, surround yourself with powerful go-getters like yourself. So our mission here at WREN is to create a community where women in real estate will excel and empower each other, where we can share experiences, resources, tools, and help one another grow, both personally and professionally. And of course, have fun while doing it. So I've enjoyed meeting some of you ladies. I'm looking forward to meeting more as we start to open up and having an opportunity to learn and share from all of us. So WREN is founded on 4 pillars, right? Our nest, which holds us together. So networking, education, skill development, and transformation. I love having the opportunities, I'm sure as many of you ladies do, is being able to network with one another. I'm sure many of you, if you haven't already, may in the future, may, do some partnerships or may do some JV agreements or just may help each other out in some way. We definitely have that ability here. But we also get the opportunity to continuously learn and educate ourselves. So we offer, WREN offers different education, our toolbox, and different programs to help sharpen our skill. So we make sure we're always developing our skills and becoming bigger, better real estate women. And then I love the fact that we get to grow and transform together. So where I was a year ago in WREN is not where I'm today. And same as you ladies, as you start, where you are now is not where you'll be in a couple of years. And I love that we get the opportunity to share that growth and transformation with one another. So I wanted to leave a little quote for today. And this one spoke to me, and it's believe in you because your voice is important, because your dreams matter, because there is only one you, because you are worth it. So I'm not sure where all of you ladies are at in your real estate journey or in your life, but this resonated with me personally because when I first started in real estate, I did not believe in myself. It's like, you want to put that 1 foot forward. It's like you want to do it, but you have all the self-doubt in your head. You have all the conversations going, well, what if this and what if that? And then you may even have your people saying, well, what if this and what if that? And it wasn't until I blocked everybody out and said, no, I can do this. I have the tools, the skills, the knowledge, the network in order to be successful. And I'm going to bet on me. Until I made that decision is not until I started really plowing forward in my career. So if any of you are having a little bit of self-doubt, just have a little solace in the fact that block that out and believe in yourself today. Okay. So next, I think before I get there, we'll go backwards, Michelle. Becoming a member, I think we all are members here, but becoming a member, joinwren.com. Is that website still correct, Courtney? Yes, awesome. Tons of membership benefits. We're revamping some things, and the executive team has been putting their heads together to make our membership even more worthwhile and fruitful, which I'm excited to hear as those changes are coming and evolving. But I love that we have the opportunity to get on calls such as these where we can network and connect with women all across the nation, different areas. If you haven't already, introduce yourself in the chat, put where you're from, say hello. We have our monthly event, which I'll talk about a little bit later today after Rochelle does her case study. Courtney and Deborah and the executive team always thinking of different ways to just really give additional value. So super excited to be a member of WREN. So now I'm going to go backwards. There we go. And bring to the stage our guest speaker for today, Rochelle Day. She is going to share with us a case study of what she has been working on. She'll go about 15, 20 minutes. We'll have time for questions. If you want to take them during, it's up to you, Rochelle. If you want to take them after, we could do that. But I just want to say that if you haven't connected with Rochelle, you definitely should. She is a powerhouse. I've just watched her Facebook updates, and I've had a chance to connect with her a little bit, and I'm just in awe at what she has been able to achieve in such a short amount of time. So I'm looking forward to this case study, as many of you are. I will turn it over and unshare my screen and let Rochelle take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm hoping my share screen is going to work here. Let's see here. Okay, I've got two monitors going here, so just give me 1 minute, make sure that this is working. Okay. Okay. Can you see just my presentation, or do you see all of it down below?
We can see just your presentation. You're
Okay.
good.
All right, I think that'll work then. I just wanted to make sure it's all set up. Okay, great. Well, I'm so excited to be here and have this opportunity. I'm Rochelle Day with Craft Property Solutions. And so thanks again for this opportunity to tell you a little bit about me and a little bit about my story. Hello to everyone if I've met you before, and to those that I have not, I look forward to meeting you. So we'll jump in. I just want to, oh, I've got a picture here that I need to move out of my way. Okay, there we go. We'll just jump right in, tell you a little bit about my family. I've been with my husband for 30 years this August. Today is actually our 24th wedding anniversary. We have 3 teenage daughters who are 13, 15, and 17. I grew up in a small town near Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I went to Western Michigan University, became a nurse, graduating from Bronson School of Nursing, went into work at their ICU department at Bronson Methodist Hospital there in Kalamazoo. And shortly after getting married, my husband and I moved to Atlanta for a new journey. And I went into cardiology nursing at that time. So we had our 3 daughters in Georgia and now live in Scottsdale, Arizona for almost 4 years.
Side note, Rochelle, I did not know you were a fellow Bronco.
Well, it's funny. I saw your 313 and I'm like, that's a Michigan area code. I'm like, I got to talk to her about that. Too fun. Okay, we're going to have to catch up about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why real estate investing? For as long as I can remember, we always have enjoyed spending our weekends driving around, my husband and I, looking at all the homes, appreciating their character, or dreaming of how we would improve the ones that were in need of some love. After saving up every penny, we were finally able to buy our first condo. We put a lot of sweat equity into it. And when I think about it now, it was our first experience with house hacking. And although I didn't even know what that was at the time, we put a lot of, like I said, effort and energy into that little condo, putting down new flooring, changing out the countertops, backsplash, and even opening up the wall that was dividing the kitchen from the great room. We had to get very creative on such a tight budget way back then. We bought that little condo for $115,000, sold it 2 years later for $135,000, probably putting in only like $2,000 to $3,000 because that's what we had. This gave us just enough to get into our first house before our first daughter was born, which was our goal. We lived in 2 other homes while living in Georgia. And in both of them, we did several projects to increase the value. We did a complete overhaul of the yard in the first house. And then in the second, we added on a huge covered deck, and that porch was our favorite room in the whole wide world. We renovated the kitchen and the bathrooms as well in that second house. And then after staying home for 15 years and raising our girls in 2017, my husband's job required us to embrace a new adventure with a big move across the country to Arizona. And that's when I decided that it was time for a new journey for me. I started educating on real estate pretty heavily, exploring what has always been an interest to both me and my husband. We found the idea of working for ourselves to be very appealing. We knew that investing in real estate would allow us freedoms that no other business would. And our why is to have our quality of life, to create a legacy for our girls and our family. I love the idea of educating my girls on how to utilize real estate investing as a vehicle to be able to live out their passions, have the ability to be financially free without restrictions, caps, limitations on income, flexibility of time, freedom of location, versatility of numerous niches that the real estate investing has to offer, it just made complete sense to us. The limitless possibilities for growing and scaling our business to fit our family was also very attractive. And our business was intentionally designed to be woman strong, with me running the business, being the face of the business, and to be an example to our 3 girls and others. The goal is to work hard and to create a viable business so that my husband is able to leave his W-2 within 3 years of starting this business and to come join me. So to grow the passive side of the business is also really our end goal, so that it can provide the quality of life that we desire, which has a lot to do with time, the time to spend with our daughters and their families as we get older. So I became very serious about educating myself in February of 2020, and Craft Property Solutions was born. We have one LLC for our passive income side that currently holds 3 passive income rentals, and we hope to grow that each year. I'm currently waiting to close on my first multifamily commercial syndication and was able to use my old 401k from when I was a nurse, roll it into a self-directed IRA, and plan to invest that passively within a syndication very soon here. Okay, so for the active side of Craft, after putting in several offers off the MLS, one got accepted. It was a probate property, and my offer was in backup. Many times the initial offer falls through, and it's always a good idea to ask your investor-friendly agent to ask the listing agent to put your offer in backup position. And in this case, it worked. And I saw this as gift number 1. I got a call saying that we needed to close in 4 days because it was a probate property. A closing date had been assigned by the courts, and it had to close or would go back into the system and take months. So no extensions, no exceptions. That's the way it was. My initial hard money lender that I had lined up was not able to close that quickly, and I was scrambling. And luckily, I was referred to someone who could. Gift number 2. I was able to close in time and acquire the property. Yahoo! Oops. There we go. So the initial exit strategy for this property was to do an extensive renovation by returning the enclosed carport into what would be not quite a 2-car garage, adding additional square footage with a master suite, ensuite, a proper indoor laundry, and adding a pool. And so the numbers for this original renovation plan were purchase price of $550,000. The estimated repair cost for that project was $153,000. The whole time was approximately 10 months. I like to put a little extra buffer on there for selling and to just be a little conservative. And then the financing was $62,000, selling cost or approximately $70,000, and our estimated ARV was $925,000. Our net profit was roughly $76,700. So we chose to put some of our own money into this project. We used obviously a hard money lender, but we were fortunate enough to be able to put some of our own in, and that allowing us to be second position, we were able to save some additional interest costs. And some options for doing this would be utilizing a HELOC or possibly taking out a loan against other stock investments or other investments that were at a lower rate, so that you are able to be kind of competitive with yourself, so to speak. But after a networking event and being introduced to a builder, which we saw as gift number 3, I gave doing a new build some thought. I thought it was a crazy thought, but after sitting down and talking with him about the property, I realized what amazing opportunity this was to have, to learn and walk beside someone who is running a successful established business, to connect with someone who my values seem to align with. And I thought to give up this opportunity would be foolish. And then when running the numbers for the possible exit strategy, the new build came out to be more profitable and better use of the lot, allowing for a true extra large 2-car garage and the best layout possible for the square footage when taking into consideration the property setbacks that we had to work with. So here are the new construction numbers. Purchase price remained at $550,000, of course. Estimated construction costs were $475,000. And actually, yes, this did go up due to the cost of lumber. We also had an estimated hold time of 12 months, building in a little bit extra there because yes, we are probably going to need close to that because of the permit time and the COVID shutdown and so forth. The estimated holding costs were $100,000, including the financing, interest, taxes, utilities, and so forth. And then the selling cost, we already have had, very fortunate to already have had a good amount of interest because our builder is so experienced and is well known in town, has a lot of connections. So through him, me working and talking to the neighbors, trying to be as part of the neighborhood as I can, it being a hot market and having our signs at the site, we hope to be able to actually minimize these costs or reduce them altogether, depending on the buyer, and then we might need to adjust the sale price accordingly to accommodate the final sale, whichever way it goes. Our estimated sale price is $1,250,000 to 1.3, somewhere in there. And our estimated new profit for this project is $125,000. And while the profit was important to us, of course, to make good business sense, this opportunity to be able to have this experience, to grow from it, learn from it, and to build these connections was also very valuable to us. So we took that largely into consideration. So we decided to go for it. I felt excited and nervous at the beginning of this, still do. But also confident that we had educated ourselves well, had coaches in place for guidance, and a good network of support, all to help us navigate this. So I felt very strongly that we were going to jump in and try to do this baby good. So our new build plan is a ranch style modern farmhouse, 4-bedroom with a media teen room. There's 3.5 baths, including a Jack and Jill for 2 of the rooms and another full bath for the back bedroom. All of that is on the separate side of the master. Master does have a huge closet. I'm very envious of it. A large laundry room with an additional sink, which is off the mud room, which is off the 2+ car garage. And this home has 10-foot ceilings, which feels great when you walk into it. It has a vaulted great room with a gas fireplace, open concept kitchen, of course, with an expansive kitchen island that's nearly 12 feet long. Massive slider off the great room that leads to the private backyard and the future pool. That's one of my favorite features, is that massive slider. And then we have some great views of the Camelback Mountain from the backyard and the dining nook, peeking over the northeast corner there. The home is also in the #1 sought after elementary school in the area. So we were very fortunate to find that out. That will definitely help be attractive to a new family. It is right off Camelback Road, but it does have a half wall already. And there's plans to expand the full wall and actually gate the entrance due to a new development that's including a new boutique hotel, shops, and restaurants right next door. So we are very fortunate to hear of all of that coming in that will help the value of this home even more, make it appealing for a new family. So it's been an amazing journey and a great learning experience, a fun project so far. And although I've had to be very flexible, not always in the driver's seat, I realized how fortunate I was to be introduced to some great people, a very experienced builder who has the systems in place. He has a great team utilizing the same vendors and subcontractors on all of his projects. They work very well together. They're very efficient. And I understand fully that not every project is going to go as smooth as this one has. And therefore, I'm very grateful to have been able to learn from this opportunity, try to implement as much as possible from it. It's important to me to come from a place of helping, being a person of service and add value when wherever I can. I like to offer my help to the team, even if it's not on my project, because I know that it will reduce their stress load and benefit my project in the long run, keeping it all on schedule. So I try to offer that whenever I can. This project is about 8 weeks from complete, and I'm hopeful that it will continue to run as smoothly as it has and be a success for all in the end. A true win for the builder and his team, myself and the new homeowner. So some things that I have learned from my journey that have helped me, and I'm still working on it and implementing it every day, is to make sure that you surround yourself with the good stuff. Join local meetups like WREN, tap into your local chapter, learn and grow with these ladies, try to contribute, add value, and realize that what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Join Facebook groups, network, check out your local REA. Many are still doing Zooms, but in person will be coming back eventually, right? We hope. And I've never even gotten to go to a live meetup of any kind. So because COVID hit right when my real estate journey began. So don't let that stop you. There's so much opportunity to utilize these educational and social networking Zooms. And in some ways, they've allowed me to connect with some of the others across the country that I would never have had the opportunity to meet otherwise. Another thing I think is really important is keep investing in yourself. Find support and guidance through networking and coaching, feeding a positive mindset. This was a big component for me as I began this journey. I had been a stay-at-home mom for years and I got very good at not pushing myself rather, out of my comfort zone. And I lacked confidence. While I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to stay at home with our girls, it's been very easy to lose sight of myself through that, lose sight of my goals, my strengths, and the value that I bring. So I found that I needed to immerse myself in a positive mindset, growth mindset, utilizing content from YouTube, podcasts, audiobooks, all of that. Just fill your empty space with the good stuff and it will eventually come. And I'm still working on this each and every day. And if you haven't already, sit down with yourself, get firm on your why, write it down, see your big picture, set your goals, and then break them down into smaller, more actionable steps that will help you get to that bigger picture. And I'm working on that a lot with my coach. So, and then coming from a place of gratitude, I think that's super important when life's hard. Gratitude helps push us through, right? Even if it's small, look around, appreciate what you have, focus on the good and what we have, what we want, and where we want to go. Because where we focus our energy, we're going to create more of it. And don't forget to be vulnerable. Like I feel like I am right now, putting this all out there. It's very uncomfortable for me, but be vulnerable enough to seek out others for support and help. It's tough at first, but it's very rewarding, and your personal growth will be tremendous from it. It's worth it. It's important to always be learning, growing, and stretching ourselves. But don't compare yourself to others, because you need to focus on yourself and your own growth. And that's where we can become the best version of ourselves. Every day, take action, even if it's a small micro step. it's going to move you in the right direction. And it definitely helps me doing that and helps me build momentum. And finally, remember to celebrate and recognize your wins, even the small ones, even privately. I'm trying to do this more because I've noticed that when I take the time to look at my achievements and see how far I've come, in a year and a half, it inspires me to continue and push on and do more and push myself out of my comfort zone. So those are some of my nuggets that I hope make a difference for you like they have for me. Thank you for allowing me to share my journey and my story. I hope to be able to connect with all of you on social media. Facebook Messenger is probably the easiest place to connect with me, but feel free to email me or anything.
Great job, Rochelle. I mean, amazing. Can we show Rochelle some love in the chat? I mean, you're doing awesome. Awesome job. So proud of you. Nice presentation. Yes, hearts from Courtney and everyone. Just thank you so much for sharing. And I love what you said to, what'd you say? Fill the void with the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right? What a powerful message. And surround yourself. And that little scan thing is cool. You'll have to share that with the rest of us.
That's my husband's doing. It's his little fun stuff he likes to do.
Love it. Love it. So we do have a couple of questions in the chat if you're up for it.
Yeah, of course.
Let me get through all the amazing job, great job, good stuff. So let's see. Oh, gotta scroll here.
Let's see.
So along with money from your hard money, how much personal did you place into the deal?
How much personal money did we place into the deal?
Yeah.
Yes. So we stretched ourselves. We had done some saving and we pulled some money from some other investments and assets, and we put in 150 into the deal. We felt that the interest amount that we would be able to save was going to make or break us being able to do this. I'm very anxious to get that back so we can roll it to another. And I don't necessarily recommend putting your own money if you don't have to. You definitely don't want to be restricted by your amount that you have. Sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes it's hard to come up with that money, and there's other ways to do it. But we had it and we decided to put it to work.
That's awesome. I mean, the reality is that you, like you said, you had it, you had saved, and you were able to utilize it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get the deal done, right?
Exactly.
And that's what you did, and that'll allow you to expand into your next deal. So that's great. And then another question, what is the price per square foot on a new build?
So we started with a price per square foot of about 120. It went up to about 145 with lumber and extra materials. Even my hardwood floors, or the engineered hardwood floors, they've gone up, gosh, I want to say 40 cents per square foot. So my husband's just showing me here that it's even gone up even further than our last calculations. And so now it's at 153 per square foot. So it has gone significantly up just because of the market we're in and in the space we're in with COVID and being short on materials. And some of that will be, eaten up by us, some of it from the builder, and some of it will be passed along to the homeowner, unfortunately. If you want a new build in this day and age, it's going to cost probably more than one that's already been built.
Yeah, but I mean, what I think that speaks to is how closely you know your numbers, right? And how closely you're able to monitor the impact of fluctuation of those numbers, which is crucial, especially in, a project this big. So kudos to you again. Let's see, we had one question. Do we know why there's a shortage on materials?
Well, I think a lot of that had to do with COVID. I think that had a lot to do with the sawmills being shut down and the lumber prices going up. There's been such a a pivot that people have had to do through this whole pandemic that I think has stretched people in many ways. Even the permits have been taking longer than usual. And then certain people are deemed necessary for work, but others were not. So that was also a big factor. So thank goodness most states, ours included in Arizona, California, I believe, was also, construction was deemed necessary. So
Yeah. I don't know if you guys, that's so true. If you watch videos on TikTok, but there was this one video that was saying, show you're a millionaire with a picture without saying any words. And it was this husky guy with a big belly, like sprawled out on lumber. Because
Right.
lumber.
Yeah, I love it.
Right now. Yes.
Yeah, I tell you, it's definitely it's a hot commodity right now, that's for sure. And it's funny, when all the lumber was delivered, I was like, oh my gosh, the smell of lumber is so good. And then someone said, and I posted that, and someone said, yeah, it's like money. And I'm like, it is like money, but it still smelled so good because it was like lumber. But yeah.
Totally. And yeah, and Courtney gave another good explanation. Courtney, I don't know if you want to jump on and explain that a little bit more.
I can unmute. Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying, I was answering Marguerite's question as to why things were higher. There's several reasons. First of all, there's all the COVID backups from all the businesses that were closed. And then the cost of oil and petroleum have gone up, which affects like vinyl products and anything that has to do with those type. A lot of flooring products have petroleum in it. And then there's also a backlog of items coming from China. From all of that happened. A lot of drywall and a lot of lumber comes from China. So it's kind of a combination of a lot of different things that are driving the costs up, obviously, as well as supply and demand. The more we want, the more it's going to go up.
Totally. I hope we were all listening, back in high school, the law of supply and demand.
Yeah.
Real life during this pandemic. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Rochelle. Again, amazing presentation. Let's give some more love for Rochelle. Great job. We have some more. I think there was one. We'll take this one last question. I think we have time.
Sure.
What tax strategies did you utilize, or are you going to utilize when you sell the property? Do you plan to use a 1031 exchange?
Well, I would love to use a 1031 exchange. We are not going to live in the home. That would be another great tax strategy to, utilize that for taxable gains. You have to live there 2 years, I believe. So those would be great tax strategies to be able to, if you had like a rental house and you sold it and you bought into something bigger. So that would be a huge savings. That is not our thought process on this one, but with our passive income rentals, we will most likely do something very similar where we invest in something larger, bigger, just to be able to 1031 it and not have to pay taxes on that, but not for this particular one.
Nice, great thoughts. Well, I love that we got to learn not only about your project today, but more about you, that we're fellow alumni, and we both grew up in Michigan, probably like 20 miles away from one another.
Small world.
Right, small world. I love your spirit. I love your motivational energy. So thank you for taking the time to share with us all of your success today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, most definitely. So let me go ahead and reshare my screen and give us a little bit of info about what we have for the rest of the month. Ladies, can you believe it is already May? I mean, where did the time go? So excited for sorry, ladies, my window of us is in my way of reading. So we have our next monthly meeting coming up May 26th, right around the corner, 5 p.m. PS Pacific Standard Time. The pitfalls of partnerships. I love this conversation because We know that there's definitely more than one way to skin a cat when dealing with real estate. We know that there is power in numbers, but we also want to be informed and go into partnerships, you know, with our eyes wide open. So we're going to get some great tips and great information at that meeting. If you can, make sure that you can join. And then if you haven't already, make sure you stay connected with us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We are everywhere, ladies. So make sure you are following us on the socials and engaging with us as well. So that concludes our power hour for today. Thank you guys for joining. Hopefully this gave a nice jolt in the middle of the day. In addition to that coffee, or I don't know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere for someone, maybe that little jolt of tequila. So ladies, great seeing you guys, great connecting, looking forward to talking and chatting with you guys on the next time. So have a great day, everyone. Great job, Rochelle. Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much, Angela.
Bye.
Have a great one, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, ladies.